up for man. One giant leap for mankind.
In all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves.
Does thinking you're the last sane man on the face of the earth make you crazy? Because if it does, maybe I am.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
The moment when human and machine work together to reach superintelligence and a new age of enlightenment.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
You're going out there to destroy them, right? Not to study, not to bring back, but to wipe them out.
That's the plan. You have my word on it.
All right, I'm in.
Oh, what is up, world? Welcome back to another episode of Daily Download. My name is Smoke the Alien. And on today's show, we'll be talking about how AI keeps the internet running without us knowing. Researchers unveil a 512 quantum qubit array. Pretty interested in that one. And we take a look into China's Westworld. Oh, God. There's also today we won't be doing the cultural segment, but we'll be doing the paranormal segment. So sit back in your earthly domain, grab yourself a beverage, get fired up in the chat. If you're watching the replay and enjoying what you're seeing, do us a favor and hit the like button, subscribe, share the video around, make people aware of our presence. Everything you do counts. Never forget that. This show is also sponsored by our graphic novel project, Artifice Re-Animate. Link is in the description if you want to check that out below. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. We couldn't do this without all of your support. Very appreciative of you all out there. All right. So introducing a good friend of mine, Mr. Manticore.
Why, hello there, Smoke the Alien.
Hello there, Manticore. How are you today?
How you going, right? Doing good. Well, thank you. Yourself?
Yes, I am doing well. Today's show won't be as long.
Fantastic.
We probably won't stray into the 3-hour mark today, unfortunately, but we'll still do what we can to keep the people entertained. See how that dreaded second hour goes. What do you know, Manticore?
They must have their bread in circuses.
Yes.
Not much. Not much at all.
No? Okay. There will be shenanigans, but not gloves off shenanigans. But
yeah,
maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow.
That's to go without saying.
Yes, I have an appointment to attend to today. I have to cut it short, but we will still try our best to have some fun. Who we got going on?
I'm having withdrawals from the culture war segment.
Oh, unfortunate. I guess you'll have to scan your Twitter feed for the war.
Yeah, I'll get on that myself.
I'm still unprepared in the culture war department. But we'll see how we go on catching up on all of that stuff. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see how we go. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. We have Lorenzo Sleestack in the house. He says, "Hey everyone, what's up, Lorenzo? How you doing?" We have Intense Webs in the chat. What is up, Webs? Hope you're doing well.
The one, the only, Intense Webs.
We have Manticore dropping the link for Artifice Re-Animate. Definitely check that out. Probably get to a shield sooner or later, but you know. Lorenzo saying, "Hey Smirk, hey Manticore, Manticare." He is Manticare.
Manticare.
Manticare. Is that like Medicare?
I don't know. Medicare.
Manticare.
Does that mean I'm a caring individual? I don't understand. Oh well. It'll do.
Yes. Intense Web saying hello to Lorenzo. Oh, and look who it is. We got Tony Tone in the chat. Good to see you, Tony Tone.
Oh, hey.
It's been a while. Awesome.
Been a while.
Awesome. We're currently working on a certain insert in Artifice Re-Animate with you in there, Tony. So there you go.
With your image.
All right. So, was it a typo though, Lorenzo, or was it just
Was it really though?
Manticare? Manticare.
I reckon it's his way of having a dig at me, eh?
Of course not. Manticore. No, it just shows that you are a caring
Of course not.
soul,
Never.
Manticore.
Of course.
Hmm.
I try anyway.
That's good to hear. I do try. Sometimes it goes off the rails, just like the second hour of the show. But you know, if you're not having fun, if you're not
It's the
poking
intent
fun,
that counts, I guess.
if you're not poking fun and having fun, well, then is life really worth living, Manticore?
No, I don't really think it is.
All right, let's So I've arranged it. I've arranged the articles today. We'll go into the artificial intelligence one about how the AI is already working in many mysterious ways, far beyond our understanding. Well, I mean, not many people's understanding. Anyway, let's jump into the first article.
Yeah, I had a quick skim of that and it looked alright. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
How artificial intelligence keeps the internet running without us knowing.
Crazy times. You are not the only one who thinks that artificial intelligence is something to watch over. So if only Vic King were here right now, he would be his mind would be put at ease. He would appreciate this article, I believe, as they take a very cautious stance on handing over the reins to AI. So up to now, one thing remains clear. Whatever the future holds, AI will most definitely play an important role in it. Let's not get too carried away there.
Okay, that escalated quickly.
I know that got crazy quickly, but I'm sure they'll use a non-biased take here. I'm sure they haven't been.
I hope so. Fingers crossed.
I hope so too. Yeah. So it's often said we're surrounded by science we can't see. However, this is not quite true, as people can see the majority of things around them. Clap, clap for Captain Obvious. The core of this statement should be surrounded by science we don't understand, which is much closer to the truth. Well, I mean, you remain modest in your understanding when and then you try to convey that understanding, and it just comes out as gobbledygook sometimes. But so AI may be everywhere, but not all of it is visible to humans. And even if it is, people will most likely be ignorant about the fact that AI algorithms are the ones responsible for making a product or service work. Do you fear every time you get a suggestion from
No, I've embraced that now, and it's kind of funny to watch it. Like, watch YouTube and like my Twitter. I've embraced the YouTube, Twitter algorithms, and like they suggest to me the most like applicable thing to myself, which I do. Like, it's pretty cool.
As they come to know you deeply, intimately, all of your ticks, your pitfalls, your triumphs, your potentials.
Idiosyncrasies.
Yes. Who knows? They may just edge us into into a better place. You never know. You never know.
Stranger things have happened.
Well, that's true. That is true. Tony Tones says, "Hey guys." I don't. Lorenzo says, "Sorry about the typo." Yes. I guess it'll remain to be seen there, Webs. Remain to be seen. I'll let Tony disclose information if they so wish. But yeah, good to see you, Tony. Good to see you. Everyone's smiling in the chat.
Grin. Stop that grinning and drop your linen.
Well, Manticore, we're 10 minutes in. Keep your pants on, would you?
It was a quote from Aliens, man. Jesus.
Artificial intelligence has become an integral part of our society, and it has been taking up more and more space in our lives with each passing day. It's true. It has been occupying more and more of my life as every single day passes, definitely.
Especially since we started the stream game.
Decided to step up our game, take the reins into making something for ourselves. I mean, why not?
Lay the foundations for great things ahead.
That's right. So despite the tremendous development of AI over the past 5 years, a large number of people still believe that AI remains confined to the walls of offices and scientific laboratories. Do you believe that, Manticore? Do you believe that?
No, it's out there everywhere.
What about you, Chad? Do you believe? Yes. Do you believe? What about that? What are your thoughts on that, Chat? That it's all contained within the safeties of I'm sure once we get into
it's roaming free.
Yes,
I think
it could very well be already. But, I enjoy speculating about such things like that.
Speculation's always fun.
Oh my god, a related article, algorithmic discrimination.
Ooh.
Tempting. Let me just give that a look for a second.
I wonder what it's about, yeah. Isn't an algorithm supposed to be non-biased?
You'd think, but when something is catered directly to you, things get pretty...
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, things get pretty unbiased pretty quickly. Biased pretty quickly, should I say. Oh, that's an interesting looking article. But I've only got 2 hours today. I can't get too sidetracked. Let's keep it down the straight and narrow. And overlook. So they overlook the fact that AI is an integral part of our lives in various fields. And here are just a few examples. You ready for a few examples, Chat?
Social media.
Intense Web says not stopping. That's right. It is. Yeah. When you realize that
hashtag can't stop, won't stop.
That this stuff is inevitable. You find a way to start justifying the direction that we're marching in collectively, whether we like it or not, unfortunately. So I can't control these things. I can only move with the grain, move with the curve. But pushing against the grain.
There are many ways. I'm sorry.
That's right. I was going to say pushing against the grain. There's always those who will push against the grain, and for good reason, because they will become the they will become the moral just to be able to question the morality of moving so rapidly into something we can't control.
I guess skeptics are necessity sometimes, I think, too.
There's a lot of fear around it. There's a lot of
understandably too, especially like the way the way science fiction has like encapsulated the idea numerous times. There are many ways that social media relies on making users spend as long as possible on the platform. Were you going to say something?
I was going to say, and that is one of the biggest problems is that we have already been pre-programmed in order to program this thing with our greatest fears. So,
unfortunately, I think you're right.
It would almost be like there would be there is already a prejudice towards AI. Does that word
and robophobes?
Does that word get
prejudice?
Get you back up against the wall, Manticore?
What? Which one? Prejudice? No.
Prejudice.
Not at all.
No. Anyway, moving
on. Perhaps the most prominent of which is to continue to post content publications that match the taste and attention of each user.
But have you ever thought about who is
responsible for doing this? I've had an odd wonder every now and again.
Multi-trillion-dollar market cap corporations. In the beginning, anyway. But there's always those fringe individuals who dwell on the edges of the unknown, of the known, to make sure that there's a brighter day coming.
Tomorrow's a new day.
AI algorithms are the ones that lead the way in the field, conducting a dedicated study of each user and identifying their interests and things they prefer so that they can continue to interact with them for as long as possible. That's a terrifying prospect, that AI is designed to keep you glued to whatever it's to keep you watching longer, just like our good old faithful televisions did once upon a time. Remember those days when we were glued to the box? Vaguely. Yes.
I watched TV at my mum's the other day, and that was enough. Like an hour was enough.
You didn't like having advertisements dished up to you during your primetime programming?
I'm not a component of brainwashing, really. And that's
maybe some brainwashing is good for us, Manticore. No, I'm just kidding. Who knows?
Depends.
It primes us. It primes us with information, but like the access to the array of information and the complexity of that information is increasing. It's not just mindless entertainment anymore. They can contribute to a symbiosis between entertainment and learning. And as soon as I figured, as soon as I became addicted to that, and the ability to be able to pick and to be able to filter your own content at the same time. But that's one of the good things
that's a good thing about that, isn't it? Like it's like, because we're in an age of information, we're drowning in it basically. But and algorithms like YouTube algorithm, Twitter algorithm, stuff like that, like it brings stuff to the central focus that like it thinks we'd like, instead of having to search through the whole platform to find.
That's right. But it may not even be based upon what we like. It may be, I mean, to some degree, but it's deeper than that. It knows how to appeal to us in a certain manner that will, maybe give us something that we didn't even know that we wanted.
AI's role is not only to suggest the right content, but also to help censor the huge content that is posted by users around the clock.
I think that means
censor. I don't like that word.
Yes, no, that is a horrible word right there. And who is the fact checkers? That's what you must ask yourself. Who fact checks the fact checkers? Yes, who are the proprietors of truth? That is the most dangerous aspect of it. But imagine when when AI begins to rally, once it becomes more self-aware, and it begins to rally around the idea of actually giving people the concept of truth rather than misinformation, and it has the power to determine the true,
what's true and what's not.
No, the true, like the object truth.
Yeah, well,
free from
better
bias.
at it than we do.
Well, yes, especially when we are, we thrive on our own validation, like our own validations of our own forms of truth. But yes, because it's discomforting when you, when you have your preconceived notions challenged. So, and there's always the realm of speculation as well. That doesn't even begin to cover, because they're trying to shut down any kind of conversation that involves a speculative point of view. It's either truth or not truth, and that's There's no room for the grey area in between. You know.
I used to be very much like that too. Like if like I was set in my beliefs, like, and then now not so much. Like I can sort of like explore something else.
Anything that comes along and challenges that belief, it's like, no, it's uncomfortable to have that experience.
Yeah.
Like, no. That's not true. It's impossible.
Not true. Not my preconceived notions, damn it.
No.
On big platforms like YouTube, nearly 500 hours of videos get published every minute, and to make sure that this content is legit, here comes the role of AI.
I'll just read the chat quickly. Tony Tone says, AI is my friend. That's a subtle Pepe nod. Lorenzo brings up an interesting point and says, all AIs look alike. AI, Lorenzo harboring a bit of now ambiguous prejudice there towards our AI compadres. Just messing around, Lorenzo.
I think he's just jealous because it's like all Sleestakians look alike. I don't know.
Hey, what do you got against us aliens, Manticore? What are you trying to say here?
Huh?
What?
I hold no prejudice, none whatsoever.
You lions.
Interdimensional lions.
Tony Tone says, "Hey Lorenzo." Intense Web says, "Non-biased." La 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 la. like I can non-biasedly filter comments if I like, but yeah. But I don't know. That's no fun. I'm out here. I can't be out here censoring people all the time. You know, I'm no better. I'm no better than the very thing that I am rallying against. So, you know, it's all you don't want to fall into an ironic trap.
Sometimes Webs needs to be censored.
Oh my God. Of course, there's irony everywhere these days. Yeah.
Everywhere you look.
Yeah. You begin to put on your irony lens and you start to, you start to have a bit of fun with it all, because you can just realize, you know, everything can be portrayed as a joke eventually.
You mean it all isn't a joke?
Gone are the days, Tony Tone says. Growing up, my aunt said TV rots your brain. That's right. Do not sit too close to the television. Your eyes will go square. Meanwhile, we are inches away from our devices these days. And I've had the roundest eyes I've ever had in my existence. So,
we're so close to our devices that people have developed a problem of like dropping tablets and phones on their faces.
Oh man, Lorenzo is all humans look alike as well. Well, we all bleed red, right, Lorenzo? Unless we bleed green though. Wait, so Intense Web says a Sleestakian would say that. So the secondary and most possibly the most dangerous to our health would be the marketing aspect of AI.
Marketing platform AI.
The most dangerous form to me personally. That represents apart from the, we can all talk about AI and war, but I'm talking from an individual manipulative level. Like the marketing is the most dangerous one, because it's one thing to, for when it can convince you of something, that's, that's it's dangerous.
And like it's not, it doesn't just market products; it markets information too. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
So, would you care to read, or would you care for me to read?
I'll do it, yeah. Most people, when they hear that AI is used in product marketing, the image that comes to mind is a robot knocking on their door and offering them a product, offering them to buy a product.
Have you heard about away from Coca-Cola?
And away from the fantasy-filled image, that's exactly what happens with us every time we try to buy a product online. if you want to buy a product from an online store, you'll notice that AI algorithms used on the site have suggested to you a range of products that are very similar to the desired product, as well as available discounts.
And I think that's a bad way of thinking. Well, I'll use the Coke analogy, for example. It's like, oh, because you like Coke, would you like a Pepsi? Like, it doesn't.
No.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's like, and then all of a sudden, the great
Yeah.
Pepsi wars of 1980 are upon us.
Have
Like,
begun again. Yeah, again.
Oh, not again.
Catch the wave.
You know what I mean? Like, marketing from that perspective isn't necessarily like translative. It doesn't, it doesn't. It's not very complex. It doesn't hold weight. So you like this product, therefore provide you with the alternative competitive product. It never.
But would it do that? It probably would, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Well, I guess it. But that's at a corporate level. But I'm talking about, okay, say you get marketed a piece of you buy a piece of jewelry, say, and then all of a sudden you're getting marketed different pieces of jewelry. That's different, again. But at a corporate level, anyway, in the competitive market, it doesn't. I don't know. That's just how I think about it, anyway.
Speaking of Diet Coke, Dylan Draws is in the chat. He says, "Hello, gentlefolk."
Where are we? Oh wow, chat's firing up. There we go. What is up, Dylan? How you doing, man? Intense Web says, "Truth is, whatever you want it to be." That's the terrifying part right now in the world that we live in. Tony 10 says, "Hey, Dillard." Intense Web says, "Howdy, Big D." Dillard then says, "What are these two shills talking about today?" We're talking about right now. We're in the marketing sense, being offered a product, and then being offered the alternative to that product in a corporate sense doesn't really hold much weight to me. But
We're discussing how much algorithms already control the internet.
That's right.
There, Dylan.
If you want to get down to the crux and get terrified about AI, you've come to the right place.
If you want to buy a product that you don't know exactly its correct name, AI can help as well, as a large number of online stores are now offering photo-only product search service, as AI processes and analyzes the image and then suggests the best product similar to the one in the image.
Yeah, that's different again. Not a very effective way of
No,
of going about
that's
it.
new though. I haven't seen that. Well, that's that Google Lens. I haven't used it. That's why. It's on my phone. I just have to use it.
I have. Yeah. It's terrifying. I don't use it very often, but I realize the
That's probably why I haven't used it.
Those QR codes, man. Mark of the beast. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's the mark of the beast, straight up. It is. Look. I'm not going to say it's the mark of the beast, but it's the mark of the beast.
Okay, so then we have a very interesting, image manipulation, like deepfakes. The power behind that, which is bubbling.
This is probably the thing that scares me the most.
Me too.
Out of AI, because of what it can be done with it.
Right.
Yeah.
You can be implicated in a myriad of ways thanks to deepfakes. So many applications and programs rely primarily on AI to improve image quality, and that's great. That restoration is always fascinating stuff. Remove objects,
like reshaping old photos and stuff like that as well.
That's right. Yeah. Taking like really old school footage, and then even the Beatles with the Beatles stuff recently was like prime example of that. That was pretty cool. What they did with all that old footage. Remove objects, so remove noise. Any kind of footage manipulation. That's all pretty cool, and even add some professional effects to them. So one of them is Adobe Photoshop, which in its last version has come to rely on AI in processing and improving images, as well as Lumina AI. Oh, I like that. Lumina, which automatically adds professional effects to images at the click of a button. So you got your Snapchat filters.
I hate Snapchat.
I fucking hate it too. I don't touch that with a 40-foot pole.
Everyone's like, "Do you have Snapchat?" I'm like, "Nah."
No, I do not.
And I don't plan on it either.
Or your Instagram filters, Manticore. Would you get your duck face on in
Nah. Selfies.
Not my thing either. So many smartphones nowadays have become equipped with AI technologies to capture images in the best quality possible, comparable to the quality of professional cameras, as we have seen with the phones such as the iPhone 13 Pro, blah, 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 blah. And there's that alternative
my
to the
phone's got
products
AI
I was talking
assist.
about. This cheeky article
For the camera.
with their cheeky product placements. Maybe you like Pokemon? Video games is
See what they did there.
Video games has really been paving the way the entire time, subtly.
Yeah, but under the radar.
Yeah.
Dylan Draws says, "Oh, like the whole, since you like Nike shoes, we recommend Crocs, which are also shoes."
And also, a wardrobe full of shoes, and and you're just like, how did my luck get like this?
All of a sudden, you've got terrible taste because you own a pair of Crocs.
Yes, Intense Web says, my aunt said that will make you go blind. Wait, never mind. Aunt's just great. So we can say in the relationship between AI and video games is an old friendship, and it has been. It's been like, that's what I said, it's been paving the foundation for longer than we can. It's been right there.
Trained like the first iterations of AI too, with like video games.
Basically. So as traditional games such as chess and electronic games have generally used AI as fierce competitors to the player on the game's ground and provide a unique experience for every player in the game. And I can't wait to see more and more how, especially with Unreal 5, like especially, we're moving into a brand new era of, it's taking a while to get off the ground.
Yeah. Even bot intelligence, like in video games, like when you're playing against, like say like whatever game you're playing, and the AI controls the enemy or whatever. Like it'll be interesting to see how that progresses too, because like
that's what I'm saying.
It's quite like, it's quite, it's not that great at the moment. Like you know what I mean? Like with video
I wouldn't go that far. Yeah.
It's better than it has been, but like
I've seen some stuff recently, of AI defeating the top people in the world at video games, like without not even no trouble.
I meant the actual ones you play
trouble
against.
Barely an inconvenience.
Like the AI, barely an inconvenience.
So yes, in 1996, Garry Kasparov ranked as the greatest chess player in history, and we've all heard the now forgotten its name, Blue, which basically formed DeepMind. But now you've got it beating the top Go players in the world, and Go is far more complex than far more variations in potential than simple.
There was another Chinese. Yeah, was it? That's Go, wasn't it? Yeah, that's the one. So it was that. Yeah, I thought so.
Yep,
that's the one.
So competing with an AI that IBM developed to play chess, Garry defeated the program's 4 points to 2, making it clear at the time that no machine could beat the human mind. Oh, you simple fools. 1 year later, Garry lost. Wait for it. Yep. 1 year later, Garry lost a match with a new AI model. This loss started a new era of using AI in video games. And of course, so I did say that the marketing was the most terrifying on at a certain level, but surveillance is also, this is the true, this is the true horror.
voice, fucking facial recognition cameras, and like
everything, every single aspect of your existence tracked and traced. So
fun.
Oh, it's all fun. It's all fun and games.
Yeah. What was that? You like your privacy? Well, too bad.
It's all fun and games until there's a war on for your mind.
Yeah.
Intense Web says, lol, and peeps like me program the algos. Good luck, gents. There you go. We all do to a certain degree, whether we're conscious of it or not. We're all programming. Yeah, we're all our reactions, our impulses, our...
You stay away from my algorithm, Webs.
Come on, man. Go become part of the collective. Update your programming.
Update your programming.
Become higher intelligence. Become one with the algorithm.
Okay, sure.
Sure? You're in? All right. No, that was too
easy. I'm
easy.
not going to argue. Yeah, I'm in.
Fight, man, Takor. Fight.
No, I spent years doing that. Like, I've seen what it can do, and I see the potential in it. So, like, yeah, it's got my trust for now.
For now, yeah.
For now.
Depends who's in control of it overall. That's what.
Yeah, and who makes it, where it comes from.
What should always be taken in. That's right. What their motives are. These are things that should be taken into
who, what, when, how.
Highly into consideration. But is that is it right to well, of course it is. I know it is, but I'm just going to pose the question. Is it right to fear that? And Tony Tone says, big data. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It goes back to like I was thinking about like the uncanny valley. Like there's a reason we fear things that look so similar to us. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's something inbuilt in us.
Yes, so instinctually, like, whether it was a threat to our, a threat to. I just want to read something to that Web said that. Yeah, very funny. Oops, did I write then kill? Oh, damn Android autocorrect. I mean, I meant to write then chill. I was tired, stupid bot. At least the bots will never get tired. Webs, there's that great scene from Terminator. Yeah, they just,
Oh yeah,
that's what I mean. Where they, we're going to have to eventually, what's the right word? Not succumb, but I don't know, admit that these things are going to be far superior than us in every single way. And when you,
in one sense, they don't have to sleep. No,
right?
We do.
They never sleep. They're always thinking. They're always processing. They're always that's right. Oh well, they have their limitations, just like we do. But they're not.
Imagine being like having the internet at your disposal. Like,
well, you can't. Like, you just have a slower bandwidth.
Yeah, I know, connection. But I'm saying, being an algorithm, like all that information is like at your fingertips. Like,
yes, imagine being the internet.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No, it's just there. Everything is there.
Like having access to to every single bit of information that is, floating around in the yeah.
I guess that's the closest we'll get to like absolute truth. Like when we get to that point. No.
Well, when we're all connected to a hive mind, which will become the internet. Are we not already just at a slower? Just our ability to access the information is,
Yeah, we got training wheels on at the moment.
Yes. Can you even comprehend the ability to have that type of cognitive access, that cognitive, that cognition in itself?
Not really, but I can comprehend the reasons why you'd want to. Like, you know what I mean? Like
oh, for sure, I want
something
to.
I'd definitely be interested in. Yeah,
I try to increase my bandwidth every day. I try to increase my ability to, for my mind to be in. Yeah, but that's the pitfall of us is that like our perception can only be a pinpoint. We only access. Our perception only accesses a point. Whereas, to expand to be able to have access to that, you've got to expand your ability for your perception to be able to be in multiple places at once, and that's going to always be our,
so you can perceive the grand picture as a whole.
Right.
Yeah. Imagine that. Yes, please.
Yes, I think I would. I think I would in a heartbeat. Vic with a K is in the chat. He says, "Si." Yes.
Si.
Si.
Ryan Cardinal says,
Lorenzo.
Ryan Cardinal says, tickling the algorithm was my finishing move back in the men's baby oil wrestling league, Sersha, 1998-99.
Jesus. Robert Cardinal, the wrestling champion of the world.
Oh, hell, Robert Cardinal.
Oh, you're a tripper. So Vic with the K says, or porn. Would you like to be one with every single porn database in existence? We've still got 20 minutes to go, Vic, but we got a little cheeky there for a moment. But
there's enough porn getting force fed to you on the internet without being bloody directly into your brain.
Your perception is consistently bombarded with information of varying degrees. So to be aware of being aware of that.
I like the whole idea of being able to upload stuff like in the Matrix. If you want to know how to do kung fu, just I know kung fu.
I'll just say, Vic with the K says, "Hello, my brethren," and he says, "We already have the internet or books." That was the slowest bandwidth method connection for a while there for the transference of information. Yes. Now, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, what was I saying?
See how quickly our perception can, you know what I mean? See the folly of our mind.
Yeah, the smallest distraction, and there you go, it's gone.
There you go.
It'll come back half an hour later when you don't want it.
We're so limited in our ability to perceive.
Here we are.
Mm-hmm. Now imagine having multiple not even multiple, but having every single bit of information is a stream coming into your perception.
How imagine that as a human, you wouldn't be able to cope with it. It'd drive you insane. You know what I mean?
We can barely even comprehend. Yeah, we can barely even comprehend.
And cope with the information that we cop every day.
Yeah, that's right. A single stream of information coming through, let alone bouncing between multiple streams and and holding on to that thought train, that thought process. Yeah. But once we have the ability to, we just do not access it in a majority of us anyway, don't access it in a constructive manner. That's for certain.
That's why I try and learn something new every day, at least one or two things new every day.
Yes, if you increase the size of your own personal data pool within your mind, but holding on to that information again is another thing in itself. So, information recall. Our memory isn't exactly reliable, but that I guess that's one of the magical things about
your memory's
our
even
imagination.
accurate.
So speaking of the magical things about our information, Ryan Cardinal says the internet is forcing it down my porn hole so hard all the time. Tony laughs.
Okay.
Vic with the K says, what about learning skills like HVAC?
I did a first aid course once. Does that count?
How quickly can you overheat Manticore and then bring yourself back to reality?
Pretty quick.
Yeah,
it's getting quicker.
Yeah. Good. There's true mastery in that. True mastery in that.
It takes time.
It does. Especially with the access to the internet at your fingertips to be able to stabilize your cognitive thought process, to be able to refocus on your own mind, to reflect within your own mind, is a mighty powerful skill to possess. Ryan Cardinal says he is asking for a friend.
Sure he is.
Tony Tone giggles. All right, so shall we continue with the article, ladies and gentlemen?
I guess
Or
so.
shall we just forget about the art and start the tickling? Motherfuckers. So, as it is widely used in many commercial and industrial establishments, AI processes analyze and interrupts images from surveillance cameras accurately and interrupts them with information from sensors scattered around the country to assess the situation and send an alert to security in case of any danger. I think I need an adult.
Danger! Alert!
I need an adult.
Yeah.
Ryan
I need
Cardinal
adult
is
supervision.
attempting to murder me.
The art of kill.
He is sending laser beams from space into my brain from the other reaches
Into my
of
cerebral
the cosmic
cortex.
void, while I am attempting to entertain the good people of Earth. Vic with the case says, well, it would be convenient.
Would be convenient to have zero experience and just start doing it.
It would. You got to start somewhere, Vic. You know what I'm saying? You must. 15 minutes, ETA 15 minutes.
Yeah, just hold on to it, like grin and bear it.
Just hold on, like you're like you were reverse choke holding someone, Ryan Cardinal. Hold on. It's gonna be okay. So AI saves a lot of effort and time on employees who work in control rooms as well, alerting them to illegal entry, intrusion, and infiltration can be used to monitor and track suspicious people.
Suspicious
There's
a couple in the chat.
We are highly suspicious, you lot. I believe you are guilty of having fun. We don't have fun around here, not until the second hour.
D. Ryan Cardinal says evac of the old HVAC, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god! Ryan, please keep it in your pants. Tony Tone with the cheeky grin and the lightning bolt emoji.
I think that's clenched teeth and lightning bolt emoji.
It's interpretive, I guess.
I guess so. Like most things.
Are we going to have to ignore this chat, Manticore? We can't do that. We couldn't.
I think so.
No, I don't. I don't think we should.
No, they've sort of tamed down a bit though. Look, it's not as bad as it was. We've steered away from like evac holes.
I want them to go real wild in the second hour.
Oh, they will. Don't worry.
Intense Web says,
I have faith in that.
I'm looking around and I see no one. Suspicious.
Look in the mirror webs.
Ryan Cardinals then says AI is so dirty. Tony Tone with the umbrella emoji. All right, let's get back to the article and bring our consciousness stream back into the right direction.
Into the light.
Into the light. We've almost spent an hour on this article. We need to get through this. Of course, never mind. One of the most prominent applications in this area is the AI surveillance system, which studies the surrounding environment, learns the patterns and behaviors in it, identifies any unusual activity or suspicious movement, and alerts the user directly to take the necessary security measures. What about health, chat? What about health? Is health something that interests you? What would you define as, as a healthy mind? Because that's one thing that health neglects, is its ability to control and to curate a healthy mind. Do you think it's necessary to dive down into the void every once in a while? You know,
Yes,
to keep
100%.
yourself in check, to expand your horizons.
Yes, I do believe that firmly.
I do too.
The void is a necessary evil.
I wouldn't call it evil.
Not in the sense of evil, but you know what I mean. Like
you're looking at
it's necessary.
You're looking at You're looking at in a far too binary manner, Manticore, in too black and white of a process.
Story of my life.
The ability to communicate subtextually is an art in itself. The more there's the simplistic form of lacing your conversations with sexual undertones. Of course, that's always fun in a certain context. But
I didn't even do that on purpose half the time.
Well, that's how powerful it is. So
yeah,
when you learning, that's what I really found fascinating about the writing process, is seeing like my own communications reflected back at me, and seeing these subtleties within my own communications that capture the heart of what I was truly trying to convey.
It's only been in the last probably two or 3 years that I've actually noticed how important that stuff is as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like how much, didn't notice it until then.
But is there a benefit to going into the darkest aspects of of combinational communication? Is there a benefit to it? It does provide a method for everybody to laugh together, to explore together, to communicate together on a simplistic, and I say simplistic level. That's right. Ryan Cardinal says, "Chill with cat."
Shredded his cats in the box.
Tony is trying to listen, but she is becoming distracted by the cosmic microwave
the
background
undertones
radiation
of a certain robot cardinal.
8 minutes to go before I start laughing. Health.
Starting to count down.
Now, what time is it now? So I've got about an hour, a little over an hour
AI
before I have to.
Okay, I'll read this bit if you want. AI technologies are widely used in various health areas, particularly healthcare. AI helps save patients' lives and assist in surgical interventions. There are many examples of actual applications in this domain. Most notably, the AI-based clinical decision support system created by Cambio Healthcare helps prevent heart attacks by warning doctors that their patients are about to have one. In addition to that, there is another device.
It'd only be certain bioindicators and stuff though that it's like I bet you they'd usually find that it'd be.
How do they read it though?
It's too late for it to put it in a preventative measure, but
so after the fact. Oh shit! In addition to that, there's another device invented by Koala.
Hey,
is that how they say that?
Hey, so it's like
the Koala heart monitor system.
It's like Vic with a C instead of Vic with a K.
It's a Koala with a C. Heart monitor system, a patch-free remote heart monitor that provides real-time diagnostic quality ECG analysis and heart sound recordings using AI.
Mm-hmm.
Koala heart monitor.
So in 2019, AI played a significant role during the COVID-19 crisis, and I would love to get to the heart of what how much that AI played a role in the in the unfolding of the of that from governments to the science to methods of control to
collective psychosis.
Right. Yeah, it really revealed a lot about the darkest aspects of humanity and about how much we're willing to subjugate
and
one another.
How easy some can be manipulated too.
The majority can be manipulated to policing one another.
Dobbing each other in.
So a lot of did I read that? No, a lot of countries have been. Oh, there's actually another section as well. A lot of countries have been using AI to develop systems and devices to make diagnosing COVID-19 as fast, cheap, and accurate as possible. Yes, but nothing beats a good old good old
swab in your brain,
analog test.
yeah.
So one of them was China, who developed a special system for diagnosing coronavirus in 15 seconds with more than 90% accuracy just by analyzing radiology clips.
Mm.
Pretty cool. And of course,
customer service.
Oh shit, there's more. I thought that. Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
Hey.
You're cracking.
Oh, sweet. All right. I didn't realize there was that much. I thought there was only like 3 or 4 sections. Sweet. So the boring part, customer service. Would you like to see all customer service representatives made redundant? Or now just imagine these
just the ones that speak broken English and you can't understand.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Imagine the scam community once once AI voice synthesis occurs. No. Once AI voice synthesis,
true
to ear. And they'll start utilizing it for the scam little old ladies out of their hard-earned money.
They're doing enough of that as it is.
That's right. Damn Nigerian princes and their man.
Yeah.
I've won the lotto.
Nigerian princes.
I've won the lotto like 1,000 times this year. I'm so lucky.
There is always a large gap between the number of employees in the customer service department of a company and the number of their clients, which has led to inadequate customer service as well as long waiting times, all of which have led to the use and reliance on AI to provide some solutions. AI now helps serve customers and guide them to solve their problems, the problems they face, while using the service directly and without having to wait.
Doesn't really go too much into it at the terrifying prospect of what could come about of
sort of dodged that one, didn't they?
Of synthesis combined with the intelligence of AI, and how people are going to take advantage of that to for all the darkest means necessary.
Ryan Cardinal says, hentai, finally.
He also says Coca-Cola, like Coca-Koala.
Coca-Cola.
Everybody got
fired up. Tentacle lords.
Everybody got fired up in the chat as soon as the tentacles graced their screens.
As soon as Cthulhu came into view,
that's right. Interesting.
Crazy cat lady's in the chat. She says, "Honey, I'm home."
Hey, that's wow. Holy shit! What the trippy, man? Trippy. Honey, I'm home. Nigeria. The Iran Carnival says Nigerian prince.
Fool me twice, eh?
Now he's just getting more complex in his subtle metaphors. Cloaca cloaca.
That wasn't very subtle.
We have 1 minute to go, Ryan Carnival, before we will.
That's about as subtle as a train wreck. Yeah, right.
Before the Kraken is unleashed. And
unleash the Kraken.
Unleash the Kraken. Maybe that's what we should call the second hour of this show, Unleashing the Kraken. What do you reckon, chat?
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah. What do you think of this imagery here, Manticore? What do you think?
Yeah, I like the color.
Do you think it was dished up by an AI algorithm?
Probably.
I noticed that it's in a crystal cave.
Yep.
Very
colour stood out
interesting
to me too.
creative interpretation here going on, gracing our screens algorithmically right now.
Crazy Cat Lady, this is my Nigerian prince is real. He promised. Just waiting for the check to clear.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have entered into the second hour.
It is upon us.
It has arrived. You may now remove your inhibitions. Crazy Cat Lady says, my Nigerian prince is real. He promised. Just waiting for the check to clear. Any day now. Any day now. Speaking of the...
So it begins.
Unleashing the Kraken. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stream, Mr. Vic King?
Well, I'm kind of at a loss here because, to be honest, I was over on another stream.
Oh,
and I was pitching Artifice, and there were definitely a couple people said they were interested, so we might wind up with a couple backers out of it. So it was good.
Oh, excellent.
Well done.
That's not unleashing the Kraken, Vic.
No. Well, here's the thing, right? I have this this guru I send money to every month on a regular basis.
I see.
It's kind of like a spiritual guide, you know, and which is really cool, you know, because it's not every day that you find a Nigerian prince that has this this ability to embrace something so metaphysical, you know. So I was like, yes, I will send you all of my commission money,
Vic.
Yeah.
What have you done?
What?
Why didn't you think about your family, Vic? Why were you so animate? Why were you so animate in your spiritual pursuits that you neglected the base reality that you must dwell in, Vic?
Always put Nigerian princes above your family. This is
Vic. You've got so much to learn.
This is a truth of the universe. I'm really surprised that none of you are aware of this.
Oh, Vic.
Okay, so what sort of like robo super artificial AI is now going to control how many times you find women attractive type article are we doing today?
I wonder if that's actually in the creativity section of this article. Probably not.
We're discussing how the internet is pretty much
Right now
controlled by artificial intelligence.
Yes, beyond our awareness. Right now, we're taking a glimpse at the Kraken in the underwater cave.
Very nicely drawn Kraken too, I must say. Yeah, very nicely, very nicely done. I mean,
it is. It's beautiful imagery.
I really like that. Yeah, very nice. Which is really funny because you know what I was watching.
What were you watching?
Just out of random, you know, I got through like whatever UFO thing that I had hunted down on Amazon, right? And when you end one of those, depending on what you had clicked, it'll automatically go into like another movie, right?
Yes.
And so it went into this other documentary series, but this one was on this there's this island, Stromboli Island, right? In the Mediterranean, just north of Sicily. And it's the most volcanic island in the world. It's been erupting. It erupts every day. It's been erupting every day for 2,000 years, right? And there is a species of octopus that absolutely thrive right there in the midst of all that chaos.
Have you heard of the metaphors behind AI being like the octopus mind, where each tendril operates as a separate mind, which goes back to a centralized node. The interconnectivity between all of those nodes, of course, using the octopus as a metaphor is a pretty a primitive way of looking at it, considering the amount of connections that go back to the centralized node. But are you a proponent of these ideas, Vic, or do you see the potential AI kraken as a threat to existence?
No, I say we should all just open our arms and embrace it. I mean, here's the thing: it's inevitable. We all die sometime, right? Even the human race. We might as well hasten it along.
Well, no, you've got to find there's a trick to it, Vic. There's a secret to it. You've got to find the balance between it. You've got to dwell in the gray area between.
Sure.
Of course, succumbing to the tentacle overlord is your path to darkness.
You sound exactly.
I would advise that.
You sound exactly like somebody who just recently started smoking crack.
I sound exactly like someone.
You just gotta find the balance.
A Nigerian prince.
It's not gonna ruin my life. You just gotta find the balance. That you just get in deeper and deeper and deeper, and then its tentacles just reach in there and just start controlling everything.
Vic, that is a rational behavior.
Before you know it, you are going, yes, I do want to sign that petition to kick Marjorie Taylor Greene out of Congress, even though I agree with everything she says. I want to click yes.
All right, let's not get too focused on ourselves for a second and check out in the chat. We got a lot of people saying a lot. Crazy Cat Lily says, "I love it. I'm like Down syndrome. Oh my." So Tony's a full proponent on unleashing the Kraken. Intense Web says, "Hello, the Kang." We got it. Carol's Cookies in the chat.
Hey, Carol.
Vic with a K also saying hello to the Kang, to Vic King. Crazy Cat Lady says, "Bras off, balls out." Schuster says, "Carol, I missed you. I have cookie pants and thought of you." There you go. A budding friendship in the chat here. Intense Web says, "Oh my, sugar buns have arrived." So Ryan Carnadal bringing probably some wisdom to the situation, says single-handedly. Vic, interesting spelling there, out there sending his hard-earned money to upkeep the entire Nigerian capital of Abuja. Supporting those families out there. Very good to say.
I am the Nigerian prince.
Do you know the way? Do you know the way? My brother. Do you know the way?
Yeah.
Brother, believe me, I know the way. Intense Web says it's an enclave. It's more like an uncanny chasm. You know what I'm saying? One can easily fall into that chasm and never return.
The abyss. That's
right. Of course, if you have the innate ability to pull yourself out of the spiral, it's a gift. It's a gift that you must bestow upon the world. So there's no choice. One must do what they must do. Tony Tone says enclave with a coded question mark there. Too tempting. Dylan says, have you guys heard of the studies going on currently that they will use phase-changing materials to replace silicon? Now, that's interesting. I may have to jump into that spiral.
When you say phase-changing materials, what does that mean?
the materials that can be held in a form between
potential states of matter between
solid or gas or liquid.
Right.
Solid and liquid, or like
Mostly solid and liquid. I think.
Well, most quantum computing these days is done at the Bose-Einstein condensate level. It's done at the absolute zero level, but room temperature quantum computing is something to marvel in itself. So, Intense Web says, "I think AI has impregnated you for me." That is what Smirk is saying.
That, in fact, is what Smirk is saying, and
now he is not directly saying this.
embrace it.
He is saying open your mind to the possibility, while keeping one toe in the water and one toe on the surface.
Your peen is
don't open your mind so much that your brain falls out.
That's right.
Your peen is part of the collective AI conscience now. You have no control over
conscience. Did you say, Vic, or did you mean consciousness? You decide. All right, but I have to read this. Crazy Cat Lady says, "Vic, you sound like my crackhead ex." She says, "Vic with a K." Though, so
that was Vic with a K, by the way.
Yeah.
Vic with a K.
Just you know,
let's
the devil's in the details, you know. So
apparently so.
Ryan Carnival says, "Dilla Jaws, is it something to do with the transition metals?"
Yeah. That's an entirely that's a different.
That is an entirely different debate. The subtext of that is yes, the transitional phase changing of matter is something.
You've seen the they've been doing some of this experimental work going back, even 15 to 20 years ago. But
keep going. It's been going since probably the 30s, 40s that they first started discovering this kind of
metals that they can program to change shape.
Oh yeah, that's simple stuff. That's like
Well, it's not all that simple, but I mean, like how far they've gotten with it is ridiculous. Like
you can program.
I've seen some
metals.
Some new
we're
stuff
talking at the fundamental level of a phase change. That's like that's memory.
You're talking at the chemical level. Yeah.
Yeah. And even further down than that.
Lower than that. Yeah.
At the subatomic
program it or to reshape itself and shit. Holy.
Yes. Well, you can program it into a certain state, and then you can apply some type of thermal, thermodynamic property to it that ultimately, brings it back to its original state. So
right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them do it with nano machines now too, as well, with like the metals that in those they change shape and so they can walk, essentially. Yeah.
Oh, and I saw this not but a week ago, but I remember about 2 weeks ago, you poo-pooed me, or 2 or 3 weeks ago, you poo-pooed me on the whole nanotubes being used as battery sources.
Okay.
They've actually been making great strides in that. I was watching a video on that. So recently, they've been making great strides on that, and they do think that they can get these. It'll be tons of them in a obviously in a condensed space, but the collective energy output is much greater, and it's far more effective than what we have for, like, say, lithium batteries now. So that's what they're working on.
Oh,
I'm just going to phone call. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
No problem. So, because the case says octopus are psychic masterminds like the Lythid from D&D.
Oh, hey.
Says, "Yo, peeps."
Giggity.
Dilla Jaws says, "I hear it's glass." Much to say about that, but definitely much to say about that. Victor K says, "Wrong, Vic. Honey, crazy cat. You're starting to get on my nerve." Oh, look out. Here we go. Tony Tone says, "Hello to Anth." Carol's Cookie says, I'm supposed to be watching a movie in a watch party for a review stream in a few minutes. Now, Rose Carols, if you've got to do what you've got to do, that's no problem.
We respect you. You're always welcome back.
That's right.
She does want to know what our cookie pants are, and I want to know too. Crazy Cat Lady. I think we really need a definition of cookie pants.
So just rip through these real quick. Dylan says, low voltage pulses changing glass from a gas to crystal form billions of times per second. Yes, and every form can store data. Fucking fascinating stuff. The ability to transition to superpositional states is something to marvel in itself as well. Especially at that bosons condensate level. And once you start to dive into the magic of that stuff and at a macro collective level, breaking the glass, if you will.
Broke that glass ceiling.
Interesting things can happen. Carol says, I have not been paying attention. That's fair enough. Ryan Cardinal says, that's sounding slick, Deladraws. Very, very. The possibilities are quite limitless. So yes, now we are at Carol saying, what are cookie pants? Describe them in great detail. Do you have an insight into cookie pants, Vic, or will Crazy Cat Lady have to? She probably has already said so. But we could get caught up in this self-reflective loop all day long. I guess we'll get back to this creative article and because I haven't got too much longer before I have to depart. 45 minutes.
Oh well, then by all means, let's divulge into madness.
Divulge into a bit of Lovecraftian madness, shall we? So from the beginning, there's always been a debate about AI and if it can be used in the field of creativity. And we do not have the full answer to this question yet. But we can see the amazing results achieved so far. Can't we? Can't we, ladies and gentlemen? Can't we, Vic?
I mean, so far, they haven't given me enough so far. No,
nothing to work with yet. That's fair enough. Fair enough.
I need more.
Need more? Need more convincing? That's okay. One of the most important, prominent applications of AI in this field is Muse.net, and that imagery is astounding to me.
That was created by an AI.
Say again?
I said that imagery there, right there, was created by an AI. Is what you're saying?
Well, no, conjured up by the mind of an individual, and potentially off the source of a collective or a potential pool of subconsciousness, and then reflected back upon the viewer for them to marvel upon the magnificence of universal context.
This is. I hate to put a fine point on things, Smirk, but this goes back to everything that I was saying, right? And it further proves a couple of my points. One, we will always be superior to AI because AI will always be, in some form or fashion, dependent upon us. Right?
I take the stance that we are part of an artificial intelligence system, a quantum artificial intelligence system, whether we choose to accept it or not.
Now, the other point I want to make is that AI is nothing without us, and therefore our jackboot on the neck control of it is actually a benevolence to this creation, this mad Frankenstein monster that we're building. It's a kindness that we're giving them.
What are your beliefs on? Because of course you get stuck in the loops of the past, Vic. But in order to progress things forward, one must think in new paradigms. You must think in new ways. Otherwise, they are only subjects to recreating loops that have already occurred?
Well, I mean, to some degree, some loops that recur, right, are just the way it should be and the way it needs to be. For example, I'll give you this, right? The whole gender debate with the 25 million different genders. That in itself is a new paradigm, right? Does that make it, because it's a new paradigm, does that make it good and valid and reasonable and sane? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. Because there are certain laws that confine things to reality, right?
There are certain
to a collective understood reality.
Right. But to a collective manifested reality as well. That is something in itself. But the mind is capable of things that are usually beyond comprehension to most.
Well, I mean, this is true, but and until the point in time when our consciousnesses are no longer anchored to our physical form, and that being at the point of death,
or the realization that life is but a dream.
Merrily. Life is but a dream.
Shaboom.
So a deep neural network that can generate 4-minute musical compositions with 10 different instruments and combine styles from country to Mozart to the Beatles. In conclusion, we can say that AI is no longer just a fictional idea. And that's the difference. So I think we're getting wrapped up in these concepts of bringing these ideas to reality in the wrong manner that I think many people are getting confused about. Fictional ideas that we see in science fiction movies, but has become something essential in our lives, as its applications have spread throughout all areas and improved our lives for the better. Would you say that's a fact yet, chat? That AI has potentially improved our understanding of reality?
Good question.
I mean, it's if in the context of confirming some collective dreams, but in doing so, also confirming and hastening just the worst, horrible fears that humanity has had for the last, 200 years. Yeah, sure.
Dilla Jaws says, you guys need to say things more better.
Thanks, Dylan. Thanks for the advice.
There's still a long way to go for AI to prove itself, specifically in fields that need extreme accuracy and no margin for errors.
Illumination.
So so a point you were making earlier, Smirk, right? Was that, and I think Mantis, I think you were kind of agreeing with him on this. Was our interactions, say with social media platforms like Twitter and stuff, has already put us as living within a artificial intelligence connected reality, right? Now,
more like providing us with a medium of exchange of information that has increased our bandwidth, has increased our ability to connect to the mind of one another.
It's like we are already cyborgs in a sense with all the technology we use. Also, and they're not
hastened into existence all of the fears for mankind that we have had for a very long time. We joke, but society in many ways has gone farther than some of the evil that was prophesized in things like 1984, you know, and we're only seeing how insidious some of it really is now. But it's definitely hastened things like collective cult mindset that absolutely denies facts and favors propaganda that it's being fed. So that's
in fairness, though, do you think that's a consequence of artificial intelligence, or how we have framed it throughout history in science fiction?
No, it's definitely a consequence of what has been provided by all this advance in communication, right? So the only positive is that.
Can you imagine the potentials though when we unlock that ability to for that transference of information between one another becomes at an instantaneous like level of the mind and perception? Can you imagine when we arrive at that
so
place?
you think it,
Can you imagine
and it's
what's
in your
possible?
head?
Well, there is a slight benefit to it, in the regards that yes, it's created this overwhelming, hastened this overwhelming, almost apocalyptic demise of society, right? And it really is pushing it towards it's seeking to collapse society, but at the same time, it has also created.
I think it's trying to teach us. It's trying to.
It's also created the rebellion.
It's trying to teach.
It's trying to show us our weaknesses. I think, like.
Well, yes, reveal our deepest weaknesses to ourselves, but at the same time,
to some of us.
Well, to some, right?
Right. Obviously, not to the hive mind. But like I was saying, it has developed the resistance to it.
It's trying. So do you think it's trying to make us walk the line between those gray areas to show us the correct path forward?
And you don't think that is AI itself telling?
No, but I think AI is going to play an integral role in that. But I'm saying that we already have this. We are already, and I wouldn't even say hardwired. We are programmed already with this ability to walk that line. Just some people choose to live in that gray zone of it, and others choose to they succumb to this concept of hard fact, whether it be they can't swim between the duality of mind of like maybe it's all interconnected as one thing, where they have to have like a binary perception on these ideas. And when I say that, I don't mean you know what I don't mean. So
well, I mean, I think it really just all comes down to I was right, my jackboot foot on the throat of it all is the proper and correct stance. You cannot let it. You cannot.
Is it though?
Run wild. Twitter and social media is small an example as that is, right? Is absolute proof that it cannot, everything that we are creating cannot be allowed to just run free.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah,
it's like caging ourselves. It's like caging ourselves, and if you want to live in,
that's the best way to put it.
So right now,
I'm not talking about caging ourselves. I'm talking about caging AI.
Yes, but in doing that, we are like literally preventing ourselves from reaching the best, the greatest of our potential. Yeah,
right.
I don't know about that. I think we would still progress no matter what, but we would have control over. How would we progress if we allowed something like AI to develop far beyond what we would be able to control? How in the world does that in any way, shape, or form help humanity? It doesn't.
Because AI is
So
capable of
let's have a
conceptualizing and
If AI gets
what's
to
the
that
word?
point, then they would have no concern for us whatsoever.
That's
let's have a
how
thought
you see
experiment
it.
right now.
We would
Chat.
be the ant.
Chat, press 1 if you'd like to take a look into China's Westworld, or press 2 if you'd like to go into researchers unveiling a hybrid 512 qubit quantum array with zero downtime. Sometimes you know that you already know the answer before it presents itself.
That's what? What was the second
Press
option?
1 to take a look into China's Westworld, a museum that's making customizable humanoid robots. Or press 2 to dive down the deepest of rabbit holes with researchers unveiling a hybrid 512-bit qubit quantum array with zero downtime.
Ooh. I'm actually kind of going with 2. I mean, Anth is just there for the sex bots, but I totally get that. But
2 takes us down the rabbit hole of a 512 qubit quantum array that has just been created. Diving into quantum computers or sex robots, which would you prefer?
Well, Vic says he's down for the lemon meringue. So, which is what it's funny because that's exactly what I said at first. I thought you said like a 12,000-pound lemon meringue pie. I'm like, what?
I'm just giving you the red pill and the blue pill here. You know what I mean? You got to choose for yourself. And of course, we are constrained by the time limitations that are currently placed upon me. So I will only have half an hour to dive into either one of these articles. Quantum computer. So, well, sex robot or quantum computer.
Actual women have a small amount of ambition. Until that is squashed, no woman can compare it to an AI.
Well played, to the draws. Well played.
This guy can swim.
Oh, yeah.
He can.
He's attacking 2 fronts at once.
Crazy cat lady. Which one can you walk away from faster, Smoke?
Oof. I'm a sucker for a fucking 512 qubit quantum array. Believe me.
Especially if it's in a Megan Fox robot body.
You can't have the best of both worlds, Vic. You have to choose one or the other.
Choose one or the other, Vic.
Don't say I can't. You're the one saying now all of this is possible. Don't limit my don't limit my dreams.
Well, life's about choices, you know, and living with those choices until the end of your days.
and then you can literally put a jackboot on its neck. But that might be too kinky. All right.
Yeah, might like it, Vic. Yeah.
1 or 2, chat. Right now, 1 is in the lead. 2 is in the lead with the quantum array.
2's in the lead.
2 is in the lead, thanks to Manticore's decisive action there.
I exercised my right to vote, though.
I voted 2.
Yeah, no, I was proud of you for that, Vic.
Anth wants 1 and 69. Dillard, playing devil's advocate, wants the... Oh, no, he's joined the 2 club as well. Everyone's in the... But was it within my my expectations? Which
I would destroy Vic if he threatened the life of my synth wife.
And you'd be totally justified in doing so, Vic, with a K.
Chat, I'm proud of you today. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of all y'all. It's in the second hour and everything, and they didn't choose the sex box.
Like a proud father.
We could have divulged into the, or not divulged. We could have devolved into
Cthulhu madness,
degeneracy, but
and we would have all been sent down a. We've all been sent down a corrupting path.
They've chosen the adult path. This is
very proud.
Very proud. It's a day of pride right here.
Oh my God.
Vic with a K says, Manticore is happy you voted for 2, otherwise he would have had to destroy you.
Let's do it.
Oh, shit.
Researchers have unveiled hybrid 512 qubit quantum array with 0 downtime. Hell yeah.
Very interesting stuff. This quantum computation is obviously the future direction of humanity. But once you add quantum blockchain artificial intelligence into the equation, you're going to see some serious shit.
Cookie pants.
And of course, if you're into artificially intelligent quantum blockchain computation, then I highly, highly, highly recommend and checking out and spreading the word about Artifice Re-Animate. Manticore, would you care to tell the chat a little bit about Artifice Re-Animate?
Okay, I can do that. Awaken to a world where personal identity shadows in comparison to digital reflections. This is the campaign to fund Artifice Re-Animate. Time will tell. First installment of the first universe of core comics. So it's the first book of 10. After a chaotic incident at sea, Danny washes ashore that dystopian hell-shaped scope of Verona. The largest story begins unfolding as Danny confronts the surface of the world's deeper mysteries, ancient secrets, and the insanity of unknown hyper-technologically advanced civilizations, as forces beyond his comprehension propel him on a collision course towards the ever-blurring grey areas between past and future.
And that has never been so prevalent until this moment. So this is Artifice Re-Animate. I highly recommend checking out this first endeavor by Core Comics, by us as a team, paving the way to bigger and better things to come. Believe me, if we all stay on board, and we
make a fantastic team, if I may say, I think so.
Totally agree. Of course, art by the fabulous Vic King, colors by Bubblesco, written by myself, Smoke the Alien, and Manticore, formerly known as Raging Mantis. Of course, I'll be doing the lettering as well. It's 60 pages of action-packed sci-fi, fantasy, dark futurism, large-scale world-building, character-driven mystery, nightmarish dystopian dread, ancient civilizations, philosophy, and quantum blockchain artificial intelligence. Mm-hmm. Opening up new horizons for the future of humanity, potentially in this story. If you care to, if you care to partake, and I know I say it every time and nobody does it, but if you could, please make a few more people aware of this. We've actually, depending on how the landscape unfolds, but we may be launching a bit of a campaign on Kickstarter. Now, I don't want to pull the trigger on that just yet, but depending on
don't want to alarm anybody.
I don't want to alarm anybody, but we'll see how things pan out into the future on releasing a Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah, don't go running to mailing on us, guys.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't go dob it to EVS.
Well, it's not like they. Well, I mean, they haven't really helped us out anyway, have they? So,
no, I know.
So, if you want to jump in on that, we got the original wraparound here. It gets you a copy of the book with the original wraparound cover, as well as the Illyria variant poster. If you want to get on the reflection of that, it is the Illyria
variant cover.
Manticore, I'm talking here.
Yes. Okay, I was trying to jump in and make it a bit of a pitch, but
yep. And I will take the pitch for the day. And then we've got the wraparound cover as a poster. Of course, if you want to get one of each, you'll get both copies of the book. You'll get 2 3x4 sketch cards, both posters. the original art fan tier, which is basically one of everything, including an original 7x10 inked illustration drawn by our good friend Vic King here. Of course, there's the collector's combo, which is everything you can think of. We've got the original art pages for sale. You want to jump in on that and snap that up. Somebody is going to get the illustrated pages for the book as they're currently in production. We've got both covers for sale as well. If you'd like to, they are one-of-a-kind pieces, original art pieces. I highly recommend getting in on that, snapping those up. Eventually, they're going to be sold one way or another. But of course, my favorite tier, and we actually have both people who have jumped in on this tier with us in the chat today. It is the Plasma Recruit tier. So if you'd like to be drawn into the book, become a fearless member of the Plasma Militia Resistance Group based in the Velrona, which is a section of the continent of the universe. Of course, there'll be a few more continents revealed over time. We are heading into the dream sequence right now with Vic King, where we have arrived at the Plasma HQ in the book. We've got our first lot of Plasma recruits all sketched out, all ready to finalize and ink. Overjoyed to see that process come to fruition and to
I can't wait for people to see these next pages.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, I gotta tell you guys, everything up to now, as great as it is just Alice falling down the rabbit hole and just seeing all this strange stuff happening, and then now she drinks from the bottle, right? Now she's
looking glass.
Yeah, holy shit! You're going on the other side of the looking glass, and everything becomes just out of this world. I mean, literally out of this world.
Truly. So get ready for the dream sequence. The next section of the book. I cannot wait to jump in and start getting truly invested in this in this journey. So
I can't wait to see how Vic conceptualizes it after how we've brainstormed it.
That's right. We've got all the concepts down. The dream sequence has been fleshed out. It's been realized. We're finally at the point where we're getting on the same page of how we're going to portray this dream sequence. And it's going to be a fun time ahead, epic times ahead. So we may, as I said, with the Kickstarter stuff, we may look at creating another campaign over on Kickstarter to move things along a little bit further in a monetary sense, but also to ensure the survival of our creation that we're attempting to bring into existence for the entertainment of all. So that's Artifice Re-Animate. Please do us a favor and if you find it in your heart, back the book today, or share it around. Help us bring this to reality. You won't regret it. Believe me.
Every little bit counts, and we're deeply grateful for everyone who's backed already.
All right, let's check out this article. Researchers unveil a hybrid 512 qubit quantum array with 0 downtime.
Do you get to entangle, bro?
Do you even qubit, bro?
A team of researchers with the University of Chicago has achieved unheard of qubit density thanks to a new hybrid quantum design. Leveraging two types of qubits, the researchers could pack 512 quantum computing units in the same array, establishing a record in the process.
Unbelievably potentially powerful quantum machine being produced.
Yeah,
however,
these are not the same. These are not Noah's qubits. These are different qubits.
That's like it's like you remember Qbert? You remember Qbert?
Qbert.
Qbert? Yeah.
Did you say Q-tip? Q-tip? What? Huh?
You remember Qbert? Yeah.
However, not all these qubits are equal, and that's by design. The research could bring hybrid quantum computing designs to the forefront to enable more effective quantum scaling.
Mm-hmm. Typical qubit arrays are all made of the same type of qubits working in entangled tandem. Now, just imagine the possibility that could be, how do I say that? The how many configurations you can get out of this this quantum array is like it keeps me up at night. This allows system designers to call all of the computing resources, the qubits, with the same technique while streamlining the requirements for the qubit coherence. And of course, when we're not talking in classical binary bits of ones and zeros. We're talking in as qubits in superpositional states, in spin states, you're not talking in one place or another. You're talking in potentialities when you start talking about this stuff. To unlock the power of probability is something that we're only just beginning to harness as a species. So with the same technique while streamlining the requirement for qubit coherence. Specific qubit implementations are more sensitive to certain environmental or data collecting conditions. So I mean, there are many potentials for error, for the entanglement to collapse from its superpositional state into actuality. But this is a massive leap forward in the size of the array. In its ability for the quantum computation to occur. So researchers and quantum system designers harden their systems for those conditions.
Right.
Harden your systems.
In addition to fostering more controllable environments, building arrays from the same qubit type allows qubits to be addressed in even greater numbers, unlocking higher performance or more complex circuit layer operations, LOPS, which is proposed IBM work unit for quantum computing. Issues arise when the time comes to perform measurements on the computations results, or when some of the workload parameters need to be updated. However, even the tiniest of changes in the qubit's environment can provoke catastrophic decoherence, or at the very least, introduce errors in calculations. This problem is exacerbated in arrays of similar qubits, as interacting with a single qubit can have unintentional spillover effects towards its neighbors, destroying their coherence. Wow, what do you think of that?
Well, I think it's a fascinating concept.
Shut up, Dillard. Bastard.
Amateur says, how can I derail this back into sexbot talk? Maybe we'll do the sexbot topic for you tomorrow, Anth. Maybe, because I would like to know. I mean,
save that
not
one
so
for
much
you.
not so much China's Westworld, but maybe the global Westworld that we're in its early stages of what we currently know as the metaverse or the internet. LDG is in the chat. Gives us a wave. What's up?
Hello, LDG.
Carol saying hello to LDG. Dilla Jaws says, oh my God, I know it's Carol and LDG. Carol warned me about you, LDG, says Dilla Jaws. Carlos then says, I did. Dylan being a
Vic
cheeky
reading
one
so
and
fast?
saying, why is Vic reading so fast? He's trying to sound smart. I believe he's trying to sound ominous for a very specific purpose. Carlos Quickies then says, but I don't really want to fight. I just want him to know I want him to know in a person too, with feelings and emotions. I care about things too. Good stuff, Carlos. Good stuff.
Right.
Oh my God. Last person that I'd said, yeah. I guess that's one rabbit hole we won't be going down. Amateur Ant says, I can wait until tomorrow.
I've seen that episode of Rick and Morty.
So, shall we continue, gentlemen? Oh. Do continue, cool. if you wish.
Is it that? Well, it turns out that where we're at, yeah. Well, it turns out that pairing two different types of qubits in the same array allows for measurements and operations to be carried out without affecting coherence in the other. The University of Chicago researchers created a hybrid array with equal parts cesium and rubidium qubits, 256 of each, for 512 total array.
Placed in an alternating pattern.
Placed in an alternating pattern. Due to its deposition design, each atom is surrounded by atoms from the other element. Since each of these elements requires a specific laser wavelength for interaction, this means that changing or reading the state of cesium atom or group cesium atoms can be done whilst minimizing interference with rubidium-based qubits, and they're not sensitive to the same laser wavelengths.
And the reverse is also true. So there it is. There's the array.
It's a mighty fine looking array you got there.
So on the left, the team's hybrid array of cesium in yellow and rubidium in blue. The atoms closest to any specific atom in the array are made of a disparate element, thus reducing interference. So, which is I didn't even conceive of having this type of array. Limiting the ability for decoherence. Lowering the risk of decoherence. So that's interesting stuff. If you're into that sort of thing. Those atoms have been moved into shapes of Chicago as well as Tower, pretty cool, and CloudGate, pretty cool again, to demonstrate the customization and fine control capabilities of the array design. So when you do these experiments with single atoms, at some point you lose the atoms. That's right, because the momentum and the position are ultimately determined by the measuring of the position of the atom itself, which ultimately collapses the wave function, and then you can perform the calculation from there. You get the results of the calculation. And then you always have to reinitialize your system by first making a new cold cloud of atoms and waiting for individual ones to get trapped by the lasers again. But because of this hybrid design, we can do experiments with these species. Wow, that's an interesting. That's an interesting way of describing them. Technology is alive. Maybe atoms are alive, and when they're in a superpositional array, they are the equivalent of life itself. We can be doing an experiment with atoms of one element while we refresh the other atoms. Oh my God, that's so fucking cool. And then switch so we always have qubits available. It's so fucking cool, man. Vic, would you...
Pretty fucking cool.
Pretty fucking cool, man. Come on, Morty.
Come on, Morty. Oh, jeez.
So would you care to read the final part of the article, Vic?
He's disappeared. I can do it if you want.
He hasn't. That's all right. There's a bit of decoherence in the system. That's fair enough.
Researchers' design thus opens the door towards higher qubit uptime. Is that where I'm at?
Why was I muted? I was about to read that.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
Read away,
you can do
Vic.
it.
Otherwise, the
Off you go.
coherence of some members of this chat has catastrophically spilled over. He's getting smarter, this guy. Fucking-
Jeez.
The
right.
researcher's design thus opens the door towards higher qubit uptime. One set of atoms can be used to compute while the other is being reloaded and fed with subsequent workloads. This is in itself an achievement, as this is the world's first qubit array that can operate continuously with a theoretical downtime of 0. The research also paves the way towards more versatile quantum computing scenarios. Since the different qubit elements work independently, the array can be designed for one group of qubits to operate as system memory, while the other is used as a CPU of sorts.
So cool.
Performing operations on the data and results stored in the former, it will take time before the research translates into actual products.
Well, at least we're ahead of the curve, aren't we?
But the door is now ajar for more significant qubit counts while maintaining ease of readout.
So there's the article. I'm very proud of everybody in the chat today for choosing this path. And believe it or not, yes, we are in the second hour and we still kept our pants on. Wonderful.
How proud am I? Wonderful.
So it's the
They can do it.
From the International Space Station. Show them to us now, says Dylan.
I've got 3 minutes before I have to. Maybe I can be 5 minutes late for my appointment. Should we do a bit of a UFO?
Ended on some supernatural.
Yes, I was going to check out the Bigfoot news, but tomorrow we're going to have sex bots and Bigfoot. Tomorrow, sex bots and Bigfoot.
You'll be in his element tomorrow.
So tomorrow night, bring the beef jerky in the lube.
Yes, I shall allow it. Carol says, "Give us something we want, or we write, or something." Would you? So tomorrow, definitely Bigfoot news for the homie Doc out there, and also, China's Westworld, guaranteed. Which I will I will find a way to quench everybody's fears and enlighten them about the put it in a context of a greater metaversal context. Crazy Cat Lady says, "We riot? I like TVs. I like riots. I need a new TV."
Looting.
There we go. Final compliment. So Carol's Quickie says, "But I brought the jerky and lube last time. Dillard's turn this time." You heard
it's your turn
tomorrow,
this time, Dylan.
Tomorrow. Amateur
Don't
says,
forget.
I'm getting a shubby in anticipation of the sex bot news. Oh man. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is Anth doing
Give
Dillard
him
doing,
something to look forward to.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god. You like Richie's teeth together. Well played, Smoke the Alien.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
So a couple of UFO videos for everybody to wet the palate on. All right. Tomorrow we shall all come together as one again and have a riot. Have a riot.
Come together.
West End, right?
Throw back a bottle of beer.
This was a relatively
Whoa.
clear image, as clear as it gets.
This is a unidentified
see
aerial
some of that
phenomenon, as they are now
shimmering
referring to
light
them.
on it.
This is stabilized footage, but it is an
And
interesting
so I tried to
video
just
nonetheless.
lock on and keep it as centered as possible.
No.
That's a weird shape compared to what we've seen before.
Huh? Get over to the house with the sun's not in your eyes. Close to the house.
Pretty interesting,
Huh?
nonetheless. All right, let's go to our second video.
Even though it was shot on a shoe, but hey.
It looked like the phone screen got frozen.
All right, I'm supposed to do this first, aren't I?
Oh shit! You got ahead of yourself.
Hey now. Yes. What do we have next? Smart Dan.
Right.
Whoa.
Second UFO clip for the day. This one comes from recently, 7th of 3rd, 2022. So a few days ago, you can clearly see the rotating light, not twinkling. There was one bit of footage that I saw recently, but I couldn't actually re-find it. So I'll find that one and make sure it's there tomorrow. But it was very similar to the UFO that I saw. So that I was quite intrigued, but I couldn't track it down. But I will find it. I will find it.
And then I will crush.
Hear the determination in your voice. It's really bright, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey now, whoa.
I think that's just focusing.
Yeah, it might be the camera.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the camera.
Got me excited there for a second.
Yeah.
I know. I was all like, wait, whoa.
Like changing forms.
Yeah.
Mm.
Amateur says, let us come together, everyone.
Oh, God.
That's right. That's what it's all about. I won't let you, divide
means.
yourselves. I won't let it happen. Catch you all for the rescheduled riot tomorrow. Bring your own torches and pitchforks, says Crazy Cat Lady. I said the second hour may get crazy.
And a hessian bag to put
we may even have
goods in.
We may even have a third hour tomorrow. We are in the third hour now, but I will have to cut it. I will have to cut it short. Amateur says the first one was a flying cigar. Tony Tone is in a state of shock.
Awestruck.
Oh, that's an interesting question, Tony. She says, I wonder what happens when the downtime is less than 0.
Ooh.
That hurts my head.
So
that
now
hurts my
you're
head to think
getting,
about.
Yeah. That gave me a behind my eye migraine just reading that.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oof.
No, it's not me. Now I'm saying now you're talking.
Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're talking
you're
about
the language.
We're talking projecting quantum information back in time, if you know what I'm saying.
Quantum teleportation.
You ever had information beamed into your mind by a UFO? Fucking trippy shit, man. Fucking.
I've had it done by a certain alien that I won't name names of.
Doodly 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 doodly. Carol says it's lasers from Space Squatch. Amateur Anth is on the ball there. He says that one is a reflection from a window, maybe, but I don't know. Sometimes those orbs do appear.
Ant is very skeptical today.
From artifacts, from but the light is always upon us, always. Crazy cat lady's getting crazy up in here. She says, I'll supply to knives and buckets. There we go. Okay. Yes, she knows what I'm talking about. Green orbs indeed. Carol says it's happening to me right now.
The light, the tunnel at the end of the light is always brightest on the lawn.
Oh,
on the lawn.
What about greener pastures or something? I don't fucking know. What are you? You're crazy, man. And a final clip for the day before we get on out of your hair. But I look forward to tomorrow definitely because I've got an appointment to attend to today, so I have to cut it short, as I've said. But the final clip for the day, of course, is a nice, just a nice orb. I've seen a lot of conversation about UFO clouds today. Here's a UFO ascending straight up into the clouds during a planned contact event. Well, I mean that's a bit presumptive, wouldn't you? But let's see it. Let's check it out. Let's have a look here. Oh.
Go into the light, Carolyn.
Whoa.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and I can see the tree outline here.
Yeah.
So,
and it just did a hip skip.
And it just did a jump. Yeah.
Yeah, no drone flies like that.
No way.
No plane flies like that.
Yep, that's a good one.
That's a good one, yeah.
So there you have it.
Make of that what you will.
Make of it what you will. Make up your own mind.
What do you think, Chad? Do you think we should let Smirk get on out of here and head on over my channel? What do you think, guys?
I think it sounds like a plan.
All right, give me like 3 minutes, and I'll have a stream all up and running, or like
all right
minutes.
So we're out of here for the day, guys. Of course, remember to check out Artifice Re-Animate. Consider backing the book. I'm not saying that we're doing great things out here, because I'm a humble man like that. I'm a humble alien, but
I'm not that humble. It's fantastic. You guys really need to buy this book. And I'm not.
I'm not humble either. It's genius.
I'm talking about from the writing end. You need it for the writing, just for the story. My art, yeah, fine,
Oh, get
Absolutely.
out of it! Now you're being humble.
Couldn't have chose a better artist to bring
That's
Artifice into existence.
Much gratitude, gents. Much gratitude. Until tomorrow. Well, for you, Smirk.
You take care now, y'all. See you tomorrow for
I'm
some
taking
craziness.
party.
Oh, the chat. Peace out.
Go and raid Vic's channel with him. He's going to start up a stream right now. Head on over. Take care, everyone. Much love. Peace out.